say a whole bunch of things. At the end of the day, you have to show it.
You want to get the fans going in your own building? Hit Crosby, and then he has a set of hands that are incredible. Back through the legs, off the skate. Domi doesn't pick it up. Too much ice to cover for everybody.
A save by Hart. Wow. He got right to left. Incredible goal by Giroux. Watch this. Puck protection and elevates that shot. Giroux walks through. Oh my goodness. This is something special right here.
Be a Flyer.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Pucking Flyers podcast. My name is Patrick Wilson, and I'm proudly joined by my co-hosts, Sam Wismer and Jonathan Papp. Guys, how are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Well, who would have thought that Dave would have lost 10 straight 2 times this season?
We'll get into that. That's literally a topic that we have. But Flyers-wise, I'm doing horrible. Life-wise, I'm not doing bad.
Personally, can be better.
Mostly
Hockey-wise?
because of the Flyers. Yeah, no, you're good.
Oh,
Hey, yo,
there
stop
we
touching
are.
stuff. All right. Yeah, so we actually have a little bit more of a structured show this time instead of us being everywhere. We actually talked throughout this week and got a structure down and figured out topics we're going to talk about instead of just throwing them out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, first things first, let's review our predictions from last week. Do you guys remember what your predictions were? 'Cause
Lose to everybody, or you can beat the Blue Jackets, but not you have to lose to the Sabres, I believe.
What the hell's going on with the NHL app? Yeah, so I know I went 2-1-1 because I was being hoping the Flyers would actually kick this losing streak. Sounded like John went 1-2-1, if I'm not mistaken, and then Sam went 2-2. Yeah, well, they went 0-4. Well, 0-3-1.
Okay.
So in a way, John was the closest. Because they lost to a shootout at home against the Islanders. Imagine that. They lost in the shootout.
I was there.
Well, today they're practicing shootouts. What is that going to do? I really don't know, but they're practicing that today.
Maybe they'll find some new players to actually shoot in the shootout that might score a goal.
I was there for that game.
How'd that
Watching
go?
Carter Hart stand on his head. Carter Hart deserves better.
He's got no team in front of him. He has no team in front of him. And then when it comes to a shootout, he'll hold his own, but the team just can't. They just can't shoot.
You can't expect your goalie to stop all 3 shots. I mean, the guys in the NHL are too good. They're going to score in a shootout on a penalty shot, and you have to score once. I mean, it's like a pitcher. It's like I think it was Cliff Lee had so many complete games that he lost because he would give up a run. He would throw 9 innings and then he'd give up a run and still lose. It's like he can't bat too.
Yeah, kind of like when you and I were playing Rocket League. I would have 800 points and 4
All
goals, and we'd
right.
still lose.
All right. I turned it around. I'm a decent player. Let's just get over it.
That was fun. That was a fun night either way. Yeah, so I mean, at home it seemed like they held their own for the most part. They just couldn't score enough to get that victory. But on the road,
Sorry, if I can say something about Tuesday night, it did seem like they were playing with a little bit more of an urgency to get things going. is probably arguably their best game this week was Tuesday night. And
They're not together.
no,
They
they're not.
are.
They're not together, but it was probably the best game they played all week, and they still
They
lost.
are 8 individual units. Each forward line is an individual unit. If the first line goes out and has a good shift, the second one we have no idea. They don't feed off of that one before. And the defensive pair, who even knows what's going on? And then Carter Hart's just, on an island by himself. So it's hard to even evaluate anybody on this team to see who should go, who should stay.
Yeah, this team, with the amount of talent they actually have on this team, it's amazing how they're not showing it whatsoever.
We shouldn't be this bad.
No, we literally beefed up our team in the offseason and we're somehow worse. Like, how does that happen?
I mean, and Risto was calling the team out yesterday after the game.
Cam Atkinson's been doing that for weeks. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work, but it's proving a point that these players that we just brought onto this team are seeing how bad it actually is.
Yeah. I mean, Giroux called them out too yesterday. I was watching the post conference a little bit. He called them out yesterday as well. We'll get more into that during one of our other topics. But like this team is definitely not together. They have no confidence in each other, and their games are just proving it. They're now on an 11-game losing streak, and tomorrow when they play Dallas at home, it's probably going to be 12. Like,
I'd just like to redirect your attention real quick to the Tankathon board. We have moved up a spot to the 6th spot. As you can see, we've lost 11 straight. No big deal. My problem is these 2 overtime things. Like just losing regulation, don't get the 2 points because we could have moved up to the 5th spot. Buffalo, I mean, that's why I kept saying that we need to lose to Buffalo so that we can inch a little closer.
Well, we definitely lost to them.
And we really just have to start really tanking if we want to get inside the top 3.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. As he's simulating, we just keep going lower on the board.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, there was first. Wow, that was quick.
Oh, all right.
That was a lot quicker.
I didn't realize it. I just kept clicking.
All right, let's head into our actual first topic, though. Congratulations to TK. John, hit the right buttons.
I don't know what the right buttons are. That's my problem.
Congratulations to TK on hitting his 100 goals for his career mark. That's a huge milestone for any forward.
Yeah.
Especially a younger one like TK. 100 goals is not easy, and he managed to get that. Like, especially being a pro, it's the hardest level that you can be at, and he's now up to that 100 goal mark, which is awesome. Proud of him. And he seems to be showing a little more confidence now that he got that 100 goal mark too. Because it was over 20 some games, I think, he was stuck at 99.
Yeah.
And now that he got
hit the
that
post more than he had shots.
I do too. It's fine. But he's showing that confidence now, and you can see it in his gameplay. He doesn't seem as slow as he once was. He seems a little more confident, a little more happy. Granted, even though he's in the middle of an 11-game losing streak, like he definitely does seem a little more energized out there, which is good. We need him to be energized out there.
Agreed. We need that TK who makes funny faces and just terrorizes the ice back.
Eat up, bud. Eat up. Yeah. Just the few years that he's been on the team, like, don't know what happened to the old TK. I understand it's tough being that
I
guy
think
that
it's
gets.
coaching.
Yeah, it's tough being that guy that gets underneath everybody's skin all the time. But I mean, like, that was his natural self. That's when you knew he had all the confidence in the
I
world.
think that the coaches have told him to rein it back.
Which I don't understand why they would. Because now
I don't know either. I'm just giving you my thought.
I don't know if they did or not. I just think, like everybody else, he's losing confidence in the team, so he doesn't do what he's known to do, and that's be a pest.
Yeah.
Like, you see glimpses of it here and there when he gets really frustrated,
Mhm.
but that's really it. You like when he first joined this team, it was every game he was under somebody's skin. And that now you just don't see that anymore. Like, it just here and there every once in a while in a game. Like, not even the whole game. It's just like once or twice in a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, still good for him to hit that 100 goal mark.
It's definitely
And
an accomplishment.
yeah,
It helps his bank account when he needs a new contract. That's what it does.
that is true. Yeah. But hopefully his 200 goal mark will come quicker than his 100 goal mark, and he can keep being a pest that he's known to be. And hopefully we get some good draft picks that we can kind of build a team around.
And how do we do that? You lose every game from here on out. I don't need overtime. I need losses in regulation.
Fair enough. Like, but I mean, what
Oh,
are
and
your,
then you need your general manager to not go against your scouts too. That helps too.
shots fired ever on Hextall?
Yeah.
As Sam's cracking up right now.
Was I only the one-
life. Bing bong.
Oh, don't worry. He's got that set up and good to go.
That's why I couldn't figure out the windows when I brings it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, and you used to take control of this on our previous podcast too.
That's because I would set it up before, and then you started it, and I was like, crap, I don't want it to ruin the countdown.
I didn't think it would.
Well, once I add it to the stream, it pops up. The big.
Oh, would it would undo the countdown?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, we could always just end it and restart it.
We are on a strict schedule.
Today we are. Next time we won't be. I apologize for being on the strict schedule today. You guys have anything else about TK and his 100 goal mark?
No. Good for him, but hasn't produced any wins.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is kind of true. Even though he scored 2 or 3 games in a row now because of that. Although he was kind of quiet yesterday as well, which I don't think he did anything really yesterday.
No, he doesn't.
All right, if we're done with that, Sam, this is your favorite part of the entire podcast. I can tell you that for a fact.
What is it?
Because John and I have 2 completely different views on what we should do about Giroux's future as a Flyer. She's got her popcorn. She's ready.
Let's go,
John,
boys.
you want to start first, or you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Because we were going at each other
Go ahead.
a few days ago about this.
Go ahead.
John and I completely disagree on this. I think the Flyers have all the power in the world of what to do with Giroux. Right now, he's our best player. John, use your own words, not the soundboard's words.
Wrong.
Right now, he's arguably our best player out on the ice, other than maybe Carter Hart. And Carter Hart just has bad stats because he has a bad team in front of him. Like, he's playing really well, but there's just nothing going in front of him. Nobody's really protecting him. Last game I watched, at least 4 people walk right up to Hart and shoot, and Hart made saves. And the other times he didn't. But I think Flyers have all the power in the world because they can either get a really good trade for Giroux and get some good draft picks and a decent player back for him, or they can sign him again for another 3-year deal for a few $1,000,000 and keep him on as one of the best players on the team. Like, how do you disagree with me with that? I know you keep bringing up his contract, but that's why I'm saying, like, if that trade doesn't come along, then fine, sign him to another deal. Like, I'm okay with that.
Because the contract is everything in any trade in any professional sport. It's everything, because I'm going to use the Ben Simmons as an example. Whether or not you think he is worth whatever he is worth, he has 4 years left on his deal. After this year, he's going to have 3 years left on his deal.
Okay.
Let's just say, hypothetically, this was the final year of his contract. The Sixers would have to be more inclined to trade him because they could just let him walk, but they would need to trade him before the trade deadline so that they at least get something for him.
I mean,
But
I've
it-
already
but it would-
told you to drop him like 5,000 times.
But it
go
doesn't
ahead.
work like that.
It should.
It's the money, and it's the time, and it's the investment. It's you have to think of it as like a business. Like you have an asset that you've put all of this time and money into, and you just can't just let it walk, because if you just let Giroux go, you're going to take a PR hit from your fans. Now,
We're not just letting Giroux go. That's why I'm saying trade him for a decent deal that you
I know,
can get back.
I know, but the
That you can get
contract,
some good
going
picks
back
back.
to the contract, how old is Giroux? Like 36,
30. I was going to say 33.
33? Okay. So he's still got 2 or 3 good years left, right?
Absolutely.
You have to think of it from the other team's perspective. Why would they trade for a player that they don't know if they can re-sign at the end of the year for only a 3-month period? Why would they give up a first-round draft pick? Why would they give up a second or a third? Because they don't know the long-term aspect of Giroux staying with them.
And that's perfectly fine. You can't get that trade? Fine. Sign him for another 3 years. I'm okay with that. I don't think you're understanding where I'm trying to come from here. It's either you get a good deal from him, even though his contract's bad right now for other teams.
But
you can either get a good deal from him, or if you don't get that good deal, re-sign him.
But the thing is, Chuck Fletcher already came out and said that he's not going to trade him. Him and Giroux, they've talked. They have no interest in trading him.
All right, that's fine then. I'm okay with signing him to another 3-year deal. There are just so many rumors out there that are saying that, like, trade Giroux, and there are a couple teams looking at trading Giroux.
But
that's why I'm bringing this up.
I don't think you understand. The whole contract thing is, if Giroux had 3 years left on his deal, you might be able to get a second, multiple things back for Giroux. But because it would, the team would be having Giroux for a 3-month period, they're not going to invest as much into the trade as they would if he had a year or 2 years or 3 years left.
All right, then tell me this. What would you think if the Flyers ended up signing him to like a 5-year deal?
I would not like a 5-year deal.
And then a couple years down the road, possibly trade him when he still has 2 or 3 years left.
But he's 2 or 3 years older.
Okay.
That's the problem.
You could still get some draft picks for him.
You may get a 4th or 5th round draft pick, a singular.
Probably not. You could probably get more for him. If he's still producing points, you could get more for him with 2 or 3 years left.
It's just hard because if you sign to a 5-year deal, he's. I don't have that ready.
Guys, my sister is here and she's cracking up.
Well, that's fine.
You're welcome.
Because put it this way, Claude Giroux is 34 years old. He's worth $8.2 million. Do you really, if you want to go into a full rebuild, do you want to have almost $9 million on your salary cap for the next 5 years because he's not going to ask for less.
I don't think he's gonna ask for more either, because if he was a smart player, he'd know his age kind of affects that. That's why I'm saying like 6 million.
But if he was a smart player, he would get his one last major deal.
I mean, look at Coots. He just signed an 8-year deal.
Coots is also 27 or
Yeah,
28.
he's also
yeah,
light years younger.
He's young. He's fine. He can ask for that 8 million deal. I don't think Giroux really has, like, he definitely hasn't been producing nearly as much as he was before. So I don't think he has any real room to ask for another $8-9 million deal.
But he does, because he would say, "Oh, I'm the captain of this. I hold all these records. From the team. I was probably the best player on this team this year." And theoretically, he's probably right.
Probably. Yeah.
So
Other
he's
than
going
Zach
to use
McEwen.
all of no, because Zach McEwen
He hasn't
doesn't produce
produced
points.
He doesn't produce the points, but he produces the energy.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Giroux can basically do what he wants. He wants to stay here, but he will get another deal elsewhere that's worth the $8.2 million. He has to think of it from his perspective of, hey, I'm only going to get one more big deal left.
We
You
lost
know?
Sam.
I'm sorry.
We found Sam.
Bruh.
I'm sorry.
Do you
Yeah,
understand where I'm coming from?
I do, but I don't think we're going to be willing to sign him for another
$8 million.
Yeah.
You can't sign Giroux for more than another 3 years, because eventually he has to go, either retire or go to another team, because you're going to have to move on.
Either that, or if he signs another 3 years at like 7 million, like after that, just do 1 or 2 year deals at 3 million, 4 million lower, when you're still getting some points from him, and let him retire as a flyer.
Yeah, but Chuck Fletcher has to do what's right for the team. He can't worry about worrying about having him retire as a flyer. Who cares at this point? You need to rebuild this team.
That is true, yeah.
He can sign a one-day contract at the end. Who cares? And he'll retire that way. But you can't be like, oh, I can't trade him because he should spend all of his years here.
And if you're going to rebuild the team, you need to pick 3 players that you're going to rebuild around.
Well, you
now
could pick
that's
more than 3, but I don't think we have more than 2.
Right now, that's what Hart's, Coots, and Provy. Right now,
Farabee, Hart, and York.
Right now, anybody's
Farabee,
on the
Hart, and York.
table.
Oh, true.
Nobody jumps out on the page to me, even Carter Hart, that I wouldn't listen to offers to.
You would be willing to trade Carter Hart?
I didn't say that. I think you'd be crazy to not listen to offers. It's the same thing with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. You'd be crazy to think if Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson or whoever says, hey, I want to go play for the Eagles. You'd be crazy to not listen to that conversation.
In a sense, I see where he's coming from, but at the same time, it's like,
you have to take your fandom out of it and just think of it as a
well,
executive.
when it comes to Hart, though, he's got so many years left, and he's still building as a goalie. He's a great goalie as is, and he's still building.
I know.
Like, I would not want to trade him away. I wouldn't even want to listen to deals.
I'm not
about
saying to trade him. I'm just saying
I wouldn't want to listen to deals.
Put it this way. I am not calling people about Carter Hart. I am not picking up the phone and calling another GM. If somebody calls me, I will listen. That doesn't mean I'm going to engage in actually negotiating. It just means that I'm just going to listen to what he has to say. At this point, nobody's off the table.
They say Carter Hart, I go click. I'm protecting my boy.
I'm just saying.
Hart and York, I'll go click right away. They have way too much promise, and we can really build around them. But just those two, honestly, right now. You want to trade
Farabee?
JBR? Be my guest.
Farabee?
Throw it out the window right now.
Farabee? You don't think Farabee?
He's
I
been
mean,
all
he's
right.
led he leads your team in goals in the last 2 years, both years at 21, at 20 and 21.
Yeah, but other than leading in goals, he hasn't really shined too much to me.
So on a team that can't really score goals,
Well, you could get some good picks for him and get some more players that can score goals. How's that?
yeah,
Gotta think of it as a business, John.
you're thinking it too much as a fan.
How am I thinking it too much as a fan? If I was thinking as a fan, I'd be like, keep Farabee. He's the only one scoring.
This is exhausting.
So is your face. Get over it. Like,
Boom. Roasted.
no, like, honestly,
Well-
right now, I would really only try and focus around building around York and Hart. Get a couple more defensive players to help Hart out, and then get some good offensive players to help York out.
How about we just take the best player available?
We're not going to Evander Kane, I swear.
I meant in the draft, stupid.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
No, I could care less about Evander Kane.
Is he even on a team anymore?
No. He's probably betting on some team.
And losing. Yeah. All right. Sam, you got any comments?
My popcorn was fabulous.
John and I still kind of disagree on where we go on this.
Yeah.
Kind of.
That's okay.
Kind of.
That's okay.
I mean, we're both agreeing that we should re-sign Giroux. At least that's something.
Okay, yeah, you did make progress in that area.
I mean, both of our faces are still a face for radio.
Stop it. Get some help.
I can't help this.
All right. What do we got next?
Let's put a positive connotation on this. We made a franchise record, guys.
For what?
2 10-game losing streaks in the same season. That's a franchise record right there. And we're about halfway through the season. Placing bets right now. $20. They win one game and go on another 10-game losing streak. Going once, going twice.
I'll take that bet.
I'll chip in.
Like, it's such a bad franchise record to have, but it's a franchise record nonetheless. Like, we're just about halfway through the season, and they have 2 10-game losing streaks off a team that we beefed up, in quotation. Like, what is going on? We got Atkinson who can score some goals. We got Ristolainen that can hit people. We got McEwen that can bring energy. We have Hart and net. We have Giroux producing points. Like, what is going on with this team?
I said, they're individual units.
And
Each line is an individual unit.
injury isn't helping.
Yeah, you got Farabee.
Everybody
out,
has
you
injury.
got-
I'm not using that as an excuse.
I'm not saying it's an excuse, but it's not helping us. It hasn't helped us since the beginning of the season throughout the entire organization.
Okay. Everybody has injuries. Does everybody go on a 10-game losing streak? No. People can win games with injuries.
Buffalo won 1 yesterday.
I don't really think they have too many injuries on their team right now, though. I think they have like 1 or 2 people. And I don't even think they're big role people.
But I'm saying that you have to deal with injuries. People have to step up. You can win a game with all of our injuries.
I mean, something has to give.
You can win 3 games in a month with these injuries, but who knows? They haven't won yet this year. In 2022, they have not won a game.
In the words of Claude Giroux, we have hit rock bottom.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Giroux doesn't stink.
They all stink, Pat. Get a hold of yourself.
Like, I don't think he's wrong, though. This team...
You can't go any lower. I mean, the other way here is up.
Watching the post-conference yesterday after their 11th straight loss, you can literally see the energy in the room. Nobody has it. It's quiet in the press conference. They're all talking very low. They all look like they want to cry. Like
It should. I would want to cry.
It's not looking good for them. Like, they have no energy whatsoever. I want to see them win 1 game and just see a complete switch in energy.
You're going to walk into their locker room and it's going to be... They're just going to be having a great time in there because they won a game.
No lie. After the Phantoms had their 8-game losing streak in the beginning of the season, and I was pressed for their first win of the season, that's what was going on in the locker room. You could hear the music in the media room.
Yeah, but minor league hockey's different. I mean, it is.
Even bother. Like, I won't even bother.
I'm just saying, minor league hockey's different.
Her face just got so offended so quickly.
I was just making an example, John.
I apologize.
Damn.
Bazinga!
I apologize.
Shut you down so quick. So quick. Oh, Jesus, John. No, but she has a point, though. Like, if they went on an 8-game losing streak, won a game, and they were cheering like no tomorrow, do you really think if the Flyers win a game that they'll be cheering like that? Or do you think they'll still be like, we have a lot of work to do? You know, we're still at rock bottom.
It's one step in the right direction. We have to build from this. We have to build from this and, keep it going and be more consistent. Dang, I should be behind the mic.
Yeah. I mean,
we take it one step at a time and, get back to work tomorrow morning.
You got to be more energized with it, though.
I thought they all talk like this.
Well, they do now because they're on an 11-game losing streak.
Oh, brother.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Emotional damage!
That's what we have.
Yes.
Emotional damage.
Absolutely. But when they finally snap this losing streak, which hopefully they do, because I would not be happy if we have less than 20 wins at the end of the season.
I hope they go a month without winning.
John, we're already at that month.
You got 3 games left.
We need that number 1 pick. Number 1 overall pick. Tank.
You have 3 games left this month to lose every single game.
I need the 14.6% chance of getting that first overall pick.
And even then, watch us get like the 6th round pick or the 6th overall pick.
And then you've got February.
Sorry. Got a little happy with the trigger.
You've got February, which is like jam-packed with games now because of everything being rescheduled.
Good. Good. Hope they lose them all.
Well, no, they seem to just be pushing them off until in April, because our last game's April 29th. February, we don't really have too many games. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games right now.
That might have been another team I was looking at. I'm sorry.
Probably the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Sam, I have a violation on you.
What did I do?
Buying a jersey of the Carolina Hurricanes.
I didn't buy it yet.
Yet. That's a major
I have
violation.
another podcast on the Hurricanes. Do you expect me to not have a Hurricanes jersey?
That's a violation. Pat, is it violation?
I could have gotten number 34 Alex Lyon on it, but I did not. It's sitting there with.
I would have respected you more if you had Alex Lyon on it.
Well, then I will put Alex Lyon on it. But
I would respect
I'm not allowed to have Alex Lyon on it because I will get shunned at Phantoms games for it.
I would rather you have the Alex Lyon Carolina Hurricanes jersey.
Done.
But to be like, hey, who should I get on here? I don't know. This person or this person. Pat, is it a violation to get another team's jersey that is not your favorite player? Because since Alex Lyon's your favorite player, it's allowed.
He's really coming at me today.
I come at a lot of people.
That's what she said.
Oh, hell no.
The long pause after that.
The awkward silence.
Sorry, Marissa.
I don't think she watches this.
Oh, what a supportive girlfriend.
That's all right. She's worried about enough. She doesn't need the Flyers. She's already deeply upset that Joel Farabee's out for a month.
She's probably upset that Joel Farabee's out for a month. She's upset that Sam Morin's out. She's upset that Robert Hagg was traded.
Nolan Patrick was traded.
Him too. I forgot about him.
That was her favorite.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah. All right. Do we have anything else about this 11-game losing streak and the franchise record?
Niz.
No.
Sam's too afraid to talk because of John today.
No, Sam.
Well, everything I've said today, he's come at me for. So why?
No, that is not true. I apologize.
Sam, do you have any updates on the Phantoms? Let's go with that. He can't talk shit about the Phantoms.
Wade Allison was brought up and is now injured. Shocker. They are currently in the middle of the game right now, and they are down by 1 to the Charlotte Checkers.
What's new?
Charlotte kicks our ass every day, or every time we play them.
At least they're only down by 1 this time.
Yeah. They lost to Charlotte yesterday, 4-1. They lost to the Penn, or no, they won against the Pens 3-1 on Wednesday. No
First
real
win in the organization I've heard about this month. Let's go.
No real major updates. Brennan Saunier is out on COVID protocol. I believe Zamula is back up with you guys on taxi squad. But yeah, there's no real major going on except, Wade Allison is now injured. That is an MCL sprain.
All right, fair enough. I think I forgot about our injury list to add to our structure episode.
Well, put it this way: Ryan Ellis and Sean Couturier aren't skating. Other than that, who really matters?
They're rehabbing, apparently.
Yeah, they're just not on the ice yet. I mean, Farabee, that just happened, so he's out for a month.
Yeah,
Allison, that happened yesterday. He's not coming back soon.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's do our new predictions for the week. So we got the Dallas Stars at home tomorrow at 7:00. And then the next day we travel to New York to face the Islanders again away. And then we get a 3-day break and play the Los Angeles Kings at home at 1 p.m. on Saturday.
So how many total games is that?
3.
3.
I think I know John's guess. 0-3.
No, because I gotta stick to the plan. I gotta predict that they're gonna win 1 and then lose, and then
You just said lose every game in the month.
I know, but every time that I've predicted them to win a game, they've lost every single game. So I'm superstitious. I need to stick to the plan.
Fair enough.
1,
Well, no.
1, 2, and 0.
Last week, didn't you guess they would go like 0-2-2?
No, I picked them to beat the Blue Jackets.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I went
All right.
1-1-1, 1-2-0, and now this week 1-2-0.
1-2-0. All right, fair enough. Sam, what you got?
Lose to Dallas, win against the Islanders, lose to the Kings. So 2-1. 1 and 2. I don't know. You guys figure it out. I'm traumatized. Held up by John for the last 45 minutes.
First of all, it's been 41 minutes and 45 seconds, so
He's got to be exact. He's going at her again.
Emotional damage.
All right, so Sam's going 1 and 2 as well. Just with the lack of energy that I've seen, I don't think they're winning a game this month. I don't believe it.
hop on the bandwagon.
I'm pretty sure they're going 0-3 because they lack confidence. So I don't think they're gonna, unless Carter Hart makes 45 saves out of 46 shots. I don't think they're scoring more than 2 goals against Dallas. The Islanders were just gonna go there the day after a game and get our asses kicked, and then we might have a shot against the Kings.
Probably not.
Probably not, but we might.
I think
Like
the Kings
Go
are
ahead.
doing kind of solid. Let me bring it there. The Kings are 20-16-5, and we are 13-20-8.
What about the Stars then?
Uh,
Stars,
20-16-2.
Well, put it this way: both the Kings and the Stars are outside of the lottery right now, looking in.
no, the Kings are
So
third place.
they're outside of the lottery and looking in.
Oh, draft.
Duh. That's how we're basing this whole show off of.
And the Islanders are 14-14-6. So literally,
Yeah,
when we play the Islanders, it's the blind playing the blinder.
Yes,
Oh, you agree with me now?
I agree.
Ooh, she came at you. Where's my popcorn? I'm getting feisty.
I told you
Yeah,
guys
really
it was going to come out one day.
All right. So I'm going 0-3, and both of you guys are going 1-2. All right. We're very positive in our predictions.
Woo!
It's only because
Alright.
I saw how they played Tuesday night against the Islanders, and I was just disappointed. I mean, I had fun. It was my first time in the press box for the Flyers, but I felt
Now
bad.
that's something to celebrate about.
It was fun.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
It was fun. I sat next to Colin Newby. He writes for the Hockey Writers. I was supposed to sit next to someone from Philadelphia Sports Network, but they didn't show up.
Oh, I wrote for the Phillies for them.
Yeah, they're.
It probably would have been Ricky.
Eric Reese.
Oh, the other one.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
And on the way out, I walked out with Charlie O'Connor.
Nice.
So that was, he gave me some advice, and it's cool. Pretty, it was neat being up there. It was freezing. I had to wear my winter coat the whole time, but it's fine.
It is a hockey rink.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have been as cold as it was up in the press area. It was freezing.
How do you think they keep the ice cold?
Shut up, John.
Boom. Roasted.
What?
Any last minute comments, guys?
I'm good.
You sure? You
Positive.
seem to have a strong opinion about everything today.
I do. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Obviously. Sam, are you not scared enough to say anything?
It's not PG, so.
I mean, we are mature rated.
This fucking kid today, I'm telling you what.
Whoa.
Well, I'm glad your sister had a fun 46 minutes and 40 seconds.
She just left about 3 minutes ago.
Oh.
So she had about 43 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yeah. In a way.
She actually just said, "Why are you sad that I left?"
She's having a great time, isn't she?
They want to know if you were having a great time. She said, "Absolutely."
I mean,
Good.
who doesn't?
Pucking Flyers will be posted by what, Wednesday?
Tuesday, Monday, whatever. Tuesday.
I know I'll get you stuff get you guys the stuff tonight. This is for something else. I sadly have to get going. So thank you all for watching episode 3 of the Pucking Flyers podcast. Make sure to follow us on Anchor. I don't think we personally have a YouTube, but we do use Six Pack Coverages. YouTube.
Coverage.
Yeah, Coverages YouTube.
No.
I was saying their YouTube.
What did he say?
Like coverage 'S.
We're using Six Pack Coverage YouTube page.
You can say it that way too.
Phantoms are currently tied. Maxim Sushko just made a goal.
There's another Phantoms update. But John, you don't have to correct everything everybody says today.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Cranky Pants. You can tone it back a little bit.
I mean, you were sassy yesterday, Pat. So
yeah, sassy.
I didn't come at everybody for everything they said.
It's very true. Very, very true.
Follow us on Anchor. Follow Six Pack Coverage on YouTube. Make sure. Well, actually, I don't think Six Pack Coverage allows comments on their YouTube for us. So write a review on Spotify.
Yeah.
Comment and write a review on that if you would like to ask us any questions or if you have any comments based off of what we're saying, and we might use some of your input in our next episode. So, and our next episode will probably be out sometime next week. So until then, guys, stay safe out there, and we'll catch you all later. Peace out.
Bye.
Peace.